Hello everyone, I'm Debbie Polachek. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to use inspiration from our catalog. And our catalog has this cute little chicken and this little egg. And they saying to use the egg die that is on page 183 of our big book, and it comes with dinosaurs and stuff. It's really cute, but I don't have that die and didn't notice that when I seen I wanted to make this. So I'm going to show you a way to make it without the die and how I went about making it. Okay, I've got some of it kind of pre-cut for you. First of all, the grass inside. I would think they probably use cardstock, but I try to jibble that cardstock up before, and it's quite hard. So I just used regular typing paper and spritz it with our little spritzer. Put about 7 drops of ink refill. This time I used Old Olive, but really any green would work. Pear Pizzazz, any of the greens would be nice. Oh, today, excuse me, I have not put no clothes on, just pajama day all day long. Anyway, I put that in the spritzer and just squirted it real good on top of my glass mat here on both sides. And then I came along and made very tiny strips with my and I'm talking tiny, you know, like that, very tiny, so not even an 1/8 of an inch. And I did it long way so I could get a little bit more out of each little swipe that I do. Doesn't have to be exact, just something like that. I kind of like the thinner better than I like the thicker. If you do decide to do this out of cardstock, I would wet the cardstock at this point and get it wet before you try to get it all twisted up. But then you just kind of roll it in your hand, twist it up, and then before you know it, you'll have your grass mess here. Okay. And then I took some wood grain from this cardstock stack here. I had some wood grain in there and stamped the sentiment. May your Easter be full of happiness on top of this. And I went ahead and backed it with that as well. So I glued it together so it would be drying. Okay. Let's see what else we did here. Oh, then I stamped. Since I didn't have the die, I did like the idea where it didn't have anything on it except for those little speckles. So I just wanted to keep it that way as much as I could. And so I went ahead and stamped it with Versamark and then put white embossing and kept it all white so I could see where to cut the little eggs out. Now the cutout doesn't have to be perfect because nobody will know if it's perfect or not, and you won't even know once it's put together. Okay, and I happen to have that ribbon, so I cut myself a 22-inch piece of that ribbon. If you take that, if you have white ribbon, like seam binding, you can go ahead and dye that. That was that petal pink is what the color they used for that. And that ribbon's petal pink as well. Okay, and the little dots stamped on here, that's also in this stamp set, or the petal pink. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the Daffodil Delight. You notice I put the rubber mat underneath there because I'm going to stamp him on the back, so he'll be on the back side. Because since he's so similar from the front to the back, I thought, well, I could use the back as the back of him to look like the back of the bird, so he would look pretty on all sides. So I'll go ahead and I set up my rubber mat where I wanted it. You notice I backed it away about 1 inch away. So now I can go ahead and when I come back to do the front of him, I can just line it up to the top and line it up to the side of this. I always like to back him away if I can, because it doesn't stamp as well in the corner. So that's why I like to do that. And so I'm going to go ahead and put the ink here. I'm going to do it 2 times just so it makes sure that it gets on there good. It probably do good enough at 1, but if you're doing it, you might as well do it this way. Okay, I'm going to take this, like I said, line it up to the edge of that. Yeah, put him on the front. Now I could also do the same thing with his little legs. So I'm going to put his little legs here. He's got some big old feet, doesn't he? Oh, did I tell you on the yellow I used the Daffodil Delight? Okay, and as for his feet, I'm going to use pumpkin pie and his beak. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take him off again. Put him back, line him up, pressing down. And this time when I stamp him, it'll make the impression on the back as well. As you notice, when you get the ink all over this thing, make a mess, it doesn't make a difference because it's so level, it won't mess up your work. Okay, so I've got that all done. And his little back and his feet are both done. Now in order to kind of put the color on the back, because his beak wouldn't be on both sides, I'm going to just take a little bit of that yellow on the end of my finger and just kind of fill in that color. Put a little bit on the shadow back there. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put his beak on. His beak is done in the pumpkin pie too. And there, if you notice, there's a little bit of sliver right here in the stamp. And what that is his beak opening. So that goes to the bottom. Now this, you gotta be careful that you get it level if you do get a mess around there. Or wipe it off, one or the other. Okay, there's his little beak. Now we need his little eyes. There's his little eyes right here. Put that beak back before I lose it. These little tiny pieces are easy to lose. Okay, so I think the bigger eye, yeah, the bigger eye would be on the right side. The little eye would be on the left side, because that's just the way it is. See, it's kind of a side version of that, the one on the left. Okay, now I'm going to take my black. Any black would work. And I'll just use my Memento. Stand over the top of him. Still can't see. Okay, I'll probably get this crooked. That's just the way it is. Oh, that looks good. Got lucky. Put my little eyes back before I lose him. when you do stamp this, since this is just not very supportive, if you want to put this on a block, lay it flat down on a piece of paper first, because if you try to put it on a block like this, it's going to be easy to get it crooked, especially if you're going to try to cut it out with that die. So you want to be sure and get it straight, because see how easy it would be for it to grab, and then you could get it crooked. So it's best to go ahead and put it stamp side down, and then see it lays flat better that way. Then grab it with your stamp. I'm going to fussy cut my little bird out. I'm going to leave some of the paper on the bottom in case I need it. Is to go ahead and score it. Let's see, would that be about right? Yeah, score it so it kind of goes out. Score it down here and down here 2 more times. And now I can make a hot glue and have him a little base to stand on, and I think this is a little egg that I made, but see, he'll stand in that egg a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this together. So his little base would be done. Another thing that I've done to make this project 3D is I cut a long piece of strip. I don't know exactly how much of this I'm going to need. So it's 11-inch piece of strip of white cardstock, the Whisper white cardstock, and it's 1 1/4 inch wide. And I scored it 1/4 inch on both of the long sides. Then I took I took my bone folder and gave it one of those ribbon things, so it'll be soft and manageable later to turn. And then I just took the score tape and stuck it on those 1/4 inch scored. Now I'm going to take, let's see, let's go ahead and fold this one in half, because if you notice on the picture, it's like stuck together right in the middle, and then it goes all the way around on both sides to hold it all together. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my one side off. Okay, now I'm going to tape my little nippers. Go ahead and nip that corner and nip it about every 1/2 inch apart from each other. This is just so it'll turn for you easily. Take one. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn it. A little bit of a struggle, but not too bad. Just don't press it too hard till you get it exactly where you want it. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this off on this side. trim it so it doesn't show underneath there. That's one side done of one egg. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this one and do the same thing. Okay, now it's time to take this off the other side. Go ahead and push that down real good. Do the very same thing. Oops. Sticks to my scissors real good. Close little puppies down. Is take a glue dot, maybe a glue dot here, and a glue dot on the back, about the same length down. Ribbon about right here. I'm going to put another glue dot here. Okay. Now I do better when I tie a ribbon upside down. Okay. Take this and get an angle. So I said 22 inches. Looks like I cut 2 or 3 inches off. Now I'm going to stick, oh, first I'm going to go ahead and make this. Go ahead and cut this out. And with our new little guillotine cutter, it makes it a lot easier to try to cut these little things out here. So I like using that for that. See, it shows exactly what you'd be cutting off. So in other words, it cuts off a little bit. This is a 1 by 5 1/4. So I think this is about a 1/2 inch at this point here where this thing goes right here and right there. And would that be enough to cut it off? I think might need a little bit more than that. Let me go ahead and go to the silver area. Okay, let's see where that goes. Yeah, I think that's about right. So this is going to be our sign. And I'm going to cut this off at the end. And it says, May your Easter. And then it says, be full. So cut this off. And I think this part here was a little thinner in this, so I'll cut that a little thinner as well. Let's see. Maybe you can even double it over again and glue it to make it even stronger. With this, you can kind of gauge it real good to line it up to cut in little strips. I really do like this for cutting little strips. Okay, yeah, I'm going to double this over. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and make this like the other, because I think this on the bottom will help supporting that grass better, or even on the base of our deal. So we'll go ahead and kind of glue that together right at the tip. Then put the May your Easter on the very top. That one pretty close to the top, or to the top one. Okay. Now, I think what I'll do is go ahead, see where I'm going to put my little egg, my chicken. I think what I'll do is put a little bit of the stuffing on the bottom, a little bit of glue on the bottom, so I can put some of the stuffing down there and kind of give me a more of a flatter surface to, or a softer, flatter surface to put this inside. Had a whole bunch of these. I think it would be a good idea just to buy some grass in the Easter section at the store, because these would be cute little gifts. Put his little feet in there. Okay, there's a little sign behind him. Well, his little sign should have been a little bit taller. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. Flip this together. Sometimes your plans don't work out exactly like you want them to, so you have to adjust them. It's just part of it. Now I'm going to glue this to the back of this, so it'll be over there like that. Just want him to show up over the little chicken. Now, I can go ahead and squeeze some more glue in there and put some more of that grass in front of it, out of it. Okay. Give my grass a little bit of a haircut. Okay, now sometimes when you're copying, it will get you inspired to do other things. So here we're copying this, and I thought, well, actually you can make anything that's kind of 3D, most shapes that are 3D. So I thought, well, let's do the chicken. Let's make the little chicken. This one I used crushed curry and made the little chicken and made him in 3D. So now I can take him, stick him a few little flowers on top, and glue that in, and that would be another cute little thing. Here I made another one with the flowers. Even the flowers inside of this would be cute to add to it. Be real cute, matter of fact, because he needs a little bit of friends on this side, don't he? These need to be a little bit shorter, I think. So I'll do that. Get me some old scissors. Kind of spread those little feet on this little thing. A little glue on the bottom of it to glue it inside. So now even our copy is a little bit different. This one it was a thicker one. I must have used like 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches. Yeah, I used 1.5 inches to make it a wider base. And like I said, most shapes, like to make him 3D, you could even do that. You could just do the bottom part of it and give it a, you know, probably on something that small, you might want to do like a 3/4 of an inch, or yeah, 1 inch would probably be fine on that. 1 inch, and just have him a little basket and have him whatever inside. Most of these stamp sets you can do that way, and just got to remember to go ahead and clip those corners on the curves. Clip right into a corner that's bending like that one was, and like if you did something else, you could probably even make a little box out of that. Just make a little box and have it 3Ds and have congrats on it, and then have something on the inside. That would be cute. Just anything you can make it 3D. Oh, now look at this. This could be a real wide thing, and you can make this 3D and have the little fishes on the inside. Cut a hole inside the middle of that, and maybe just leave a small rim in there, and even some what they call it, a window sheet behind this area here, so you could see inside. That'd be real cute, and have the little fishes floating around and have it in 3D. What else do we have? Of course, the Valentines would work too. Wouldn't that be cute in 3D? Then put some of those flowers on the inside. So, like I said, use your catalog, and you can come up with some original work just by copying, and you can kind of get the feel of something. So go ahead and make yourself something 3D and text me and show me what you've done. See you later. Bye-bye.